And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We are live. It is the 10th day of February, 2009. We've got 2 hours left in this transmission. Larry Pratt, the Director of Gun Owners of America, is coming up in the next segment. In the news I have here today, the Senate has passed the, quote, stimulus package. It's really a total federalization and expansion of federalization. Just in the healthcare area alone, and they have the subsections here. I can't read this multi-thousand-page bill. It's changing every day. This is the version they passed. Ruin your health with the Obama stimulus plan. Bloomberg Financial News. And it says if you're above the age of 55, you're going to have health care rationed. It takes over the health care doctors can give. It allows the government to set what health care you're allowed to get. And it admits that it is the British model. It is the British model of rationing health care. So I'm going to go back over this a little bit later in the show. We have the Newsweek cover story. We are all socialists now. And this is a lie. Socialism is always engineered by the big private central banks so that they can expand the size of government to take over the economy and then get everybody on the government dole where they control society, and then they can play games with controlling education, controlling healthcare, controlling the society. This is a government-run system controlled and owned by private interests that then take the money offshore. Just amazing. So there is the Newsweek cover. Somebody needs to go out and buy that cover. We need to actually physically have that Newsweek cover for ourselves. So we are all socialists now. I'm going to go over this story after Larry Pratt is on with us. Also, I want to get into a story Kurt Nimmo did yesterday. We first broke this Sunday on whitehouse.gov. They are announcing what we've been warning you about for years. Administration after administration has been quietly setting this up to have tens of thousands of preachers, prominent ones, and the heads of the major denominations and faiths working for the government and preparing and selling the public on, well, they say gun control, open borders, quote, fighting climate change. This is all in there. Continuing here, on February 6th, the blog section of the White House website announced a recent executive order signed by Obama establishing the new White House Office of Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnerships. Instead of driving us apart, our very beliefs can bring us together, Obama said February 5th during the National Prayer Breakfast, E Pluribus Unum. In other words, the blog declared. Whether it's concerning groups that are training people for new jobs or figuring out the role of faith-based organizations, that's another bill with the FEMA camps, the preachers will be running it, in combating global climate change, the office creates those partnerships in ways that's responsible, constitutional. This is not constitutional to have the feds that control your local churches and money, separation of church and state. And bottom line, helps those in need, said Joshua Du Bois, a Pentecostal pastor, social activist, and former campaign religious outreach director who was appointed to lead Obama's faith-based initiative. Now, remember, the Democrats were all against Bush with tens of billions of dollars to buy off and control the churches. Then we found out what that was. Clergy response teams to go out and tell the public to go along with gun confiscations, going into the FEMA camps, forced inoculations. That's in the bill. Now, it's in the new bill. Now, this is just past regulations, but now it's in the new bill to build all the new FEMA camps. They already built some, and have the faith-based organizations and local police all merged into that. So we'll be getting into this report a little bit more as well after Larry Pratt leaves us after about 30 minutes, getting into this massive group of the most hardcore gun control, victim disarmament legislation ever seen in the history of the United States. So that is coming up as well after the break. And your phone calls at 1-800-259-9231. 1-800-259-9231. Stay with us.
Attention. This is an extremely urgent, self-reliant news bulletin. If you have ever wanted to produce your own cheaper-than-dirt survival food, this is going to be the most important message you will ever hear. Here is why. This network has just learned of a new video course that reveals the secrets of how to safely prepare and store all types of survival foods in an event of social unrest and food shortages here in the U.S. Grain shortages and hunger are spreading across the globe. Will troops guard the food supplies in the U.S. this fall? Don't wait. Learn the food shortage skills that can keep you and your family alive in a crisis. Get the details at foodshortageusa.com. That's foodshortageusa.com. Or you can call toll-free 877-327-0365. Don't wait for empty shelves. Go to foodshortageusa.com while you still have time. www.foodshortageusa.com. Or toll-free at 877-327-0365. Act now.
It is a big idea. A new world order.
In the near future, Earth is dominated by a powerful world government.
It's known as the Bilderberg Group. Could their objective be world domination?
For thousands of years, their dark order grew. Now, as they hail the birth of the New World Order, their great dream of exterminating 80% of humanity is at hand. For the first time in history, the elite's plan for world government is blown wide open. You will learn the secret that drives the entire New World Order agenda.
Bilderberg is making great progress toward a world government. Most people have no idea. They're not after money. They have all the money they need. They're after power. That's their aphrodisiac.
Order In-Game on DVD at prisonplanet.com or infowars.com, or watch it online right now at prisonplanet.tv. In-Game, blueprint for global enslavement. You have been warned.
Hi, this is Steve Shank. eFoods does it again. The 3-Day Responder provides one adult with 3 days worth of healthy, delicious, easy fix food. The price of the 3-Day Responder is almost ridiculous at $21.95 for actually 12 meals plus snacks. When you taste the food in the 3-Day Responder, you will understand why families trust eFoods Direct to provide healthy, delicious food for every need. Whether you're hunting, playing, or responding to an emergency, the food in the 3-Day Responder is easy to fix and ready to go. Food is an everyday need. The 3-Day Responder is for the time when food should be the last thing you have to worry about. The 3-Day Responder, $21.95. Sometimes the best things do come in the smallest packages. Call 800-409-5633. On the web, efoodsdirect.com. That's 800-409-5633. On the web, efoodsdirect.com.
From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
For those that don't know, hundreds of publications the last 3 months, Newsweek, Time Magazine, the Associated Press, the Wall Street Journal, the Financial Times of London, the Times of London, the London Guardian, hundreds have announced that there is a world government, that it's the only solution to the economic crisis, and that we will pay our taxes to a new global bank that will set world interest rates and set world currency prices in the nations controlled by the Anglo-American establishment. They have built the FEMA camps. It's now mainstream news that they're for the American people. The 20,000 combat troops are training for gun confiscation. The Army War College admits their new mission is engaging the American people. Obama promised, and his chief of staff wrote a book about it and gave interviews saying 18 to 24, you will be forced to serve in a new domestic military. The Pentagon, without a law, just announced a new 1 million-person domestic army they're going to form, forcing all young people to be part of it. Now, that's in their documents. The public push for all of this is, we're going to make you work at soup kitchens for the people. You're not against soup kitchens. And, the Army's going to help at car wrecks on the side of the road and fight DWIs. You're not for drunk drivers, are you? So that's the public push, but in the documents, it's all admitted. They have the most draconian victim disarmament known as gun control bills ever introduced. To register all American gun owners, to license, psychological test, federal testing. The Attorney General's announcing that he'll just try to ban any guns he wishes just by him signing orders, all semi-autos. They're announcing no fly list. That anybody that's on that, over 1 million people, won't be able to own a gun. No judge, no jury, just a blacklist. At state levels, they're going after people. The BATF's going after gun shop dealers. They're trying to stop importation. If you thought Bill Clinton was bad, This is nothing. Newsweek's announcing we're now socialist. They're taking over the churches. The stimulus plan is socialized health care, telling doctors what procedures they can do, what they can't. If you're over 55, they're going to ration your health care. Word for word, I have the bill. It's in Bloomberg with the links to it. Larry Pratt has written about this, covered this. He's the head of Gun Owners of America. The good news is now 10 states are moving. California and Colorado, and I did check into it, it's true. 1994 passed a law saying 10th Amendment, but it's already there in the 10th Amendment. Other legislatures like New Hampshire have bills that say if there's gun confiscation, if there's martial law, this is HCR 6, that they're going to declare sovereignty and basically fight the feds if need be. The feds have been seized by offshore banks. Larry Pratt